Hello, this is Senior Master Lewis. This is not going to be an episode number, this is going to be like me answering a question. The question was, when did I know I wanted to be an instructor, and when did I know I wanted to be a school owner? Well, when in my teenage years I was really heavily involved in martial arts and became an assistant instructor, and even taught for another instructor for quite some time. And mid 90s, probably 94, 95, I started wanting to do more than just that one system. I wanted to look at other styles of just Taekwondo at the time and explore the Olympic style of Taekwondo and the ITF style of Taekwondo and just see what made this like and what made us different. So in 1995, I opened my own school, actually on the beach because I wanted to be away from my former instructor. And it went well, and eventually I ended up taking that school over as well, and here we are today. I wanted to be a school owner because I had devoted so much of my life into martial arts. I really wanted to share what I had learned. And one of the things that I hear a lot from especially my transfer students, which is about 38 or 40% of my student base are transfers from other schools, is my ability to break things down. A lot of times people are taught forms or material, just said, this is what you do, copy this and you'll get your belt. I never agreed with that, and I've admitted several times that I have won 7 world titles, 5 of which were in forms, and at the time I was doing the basic idea of forms, I was winning, but I didn't really understand exactly some of the small movements and why I was doing these things. So I started looking at other martial arts, not just Asian martial arts, historical African martial arts, historical European martial arts, Native American martial arts, and a lot of people don't even know they're a thing. They think all martial arts came from Asia, which is not even close to true. Those other martial arts never got commercialized. They didn't have belts and those kind of things, so the traditions were passed on for use, not for getting a belt. So I was able to look at the similarities between those things and see, well, this move's almost identical. A good example is the bow and arrow punch or side punch people do sometimes, and it translates to a lot of other martial arts as a throw. So I spent years, like probably the last 20 years, seeing the correlation, and then I could see, okay, this is what this came from. This is where it came from, because a lot of times what happened was a lot of things got lost in translation. Sometimes when the first generation of instructors for Asian martial arts came over, they came over the first gen really for Judo much earlier, but for Taekwondo in the 50s and 60s. Then some lower level mid ones come in the 70s. But the internet didn't exist then. So, and phone calls were expensive, and letters kind of lost, a little bit of, lost a little bit of, the material. So a lot of times, and what I've seen and talked to people much more advanced than I, it got lost in translation. Instructors started just filling the gaps. And after several generations and generations of martial arts just kind of filling the gaps, it kind of lost touch. So a lot of times, the instructors that aren't teaching the true meaning behind techniques don't know. It's not their fault. They were never taught it. So sometimes they'll think of words like secret techniques. I've had several students come to me and said that their instructor taught them secret techniques or couldn't tell them because it was a secret technique. This is 2020. The internet exists. There's YouTube. There's no secret techniques in the world. There really isn't, okay? Misinterpretations maybe, but not secret techniques. Think about it this way. If you're paying a person to teach you and they hold stuff back from you and say it's a secret, that's ridiculous. Imagine this. You're a parent and you send your son or daughter to a tutor to learn math, and they show them the end result, but don't show them how they got there and why they got there. And they came home to you, it was like, well, I just got to copy this math problem down. I don't need to understand how to do it. I just need to copy it down. No one buys that, okay? So martial arts should be that way either. So when I when I have a student, especially transfer students, it takes a little while to get them caught up. But you should know exactly why you're doing something, what it's for, and all the variations of that kind of thing. Okay, so that in itself is probably the biggest reason why I wanted to be a school owner. I wanted the ability to not be bound by one way of thought and be able to look outside and pull things from other martial arts that were missing in my current one. So there you go. Okay, I wanted the freedom to teach a complete martial art. There you go. Thank you for that question. That was a great question.